Hello everyone, my name is Joanna, and here you can find support in healing insecure attachment system. Today I would like to encourage you to create and start a personal evening routine which will help you to process your emotions and prepare you for the next day, also to have a very nice, calm evening. So today I will present some things which like key things to follow, but please remember that morning and evening routine has to be personal and has to be adjusted to your personal needs and the changes in your life. Our evening routine should start at the moment when we finish our work. So we're supposed to have a closing ritual which will transfer us from work time to evening time, and it's a good strategy to achieve this is to um, clean the desk or whatever is your workplace, to have this closing ritual when you're cleaning, when you're closing, when you are done, when you finished. You can review your to-do list regarding your work, mark what was done and prioritize for the next day. So when you return to your work, you have the clear picture of what has to be addressed at that day. So this is the first part. The second part is the after work ritual. So after work, it's the time when we can when we can spend time with family, um, exercise, uh, do do our hobby, whatever take activities which are very relaxing. It's time after work when we invest time, energy into us, into what into our needs, into things which are important to us. Then, before bedtime, this is time to reflect. And here I would like to suggest one of my favorite tool, which I call reprogramming table. Most of my clients are getting this table as on a first session as an ongoing homework. This table is based on exercises from the book. I have it. Darlene by Darlene Lancer regarding how to conquer codependency and shame, and is based on Thais Gibson's courses. So when we have the confidence, when we have confidence that we are able to address challenges in our life, that we are understanding our emotions, that we take steps and create strategies to address what's not working for us, when we create new patterns um, for which are serving us, then we don't feel overwhelmed and stressed. And this exercise, this evening time exercise, is meant to get this confidence and to minimize the stress in our life, because by deep understanding of what's going on within us, what has to be addressed, what do we need to change, will help us to not feel stressed and overwhelmed. So how it goes, I recommend do this exercise on piece of paper, not computer, especially if it's done before bedtime. So you take pen and paper, and you can have pages or you can draw columns. So first column we call trigger, then second thoughts, third emotions, belief, perception, fifth action, sixth memory. Then is the second part of the table, and there are three columns: proof of opposite to belief, what do I need to feel better, and strategy to meet the need. So uh, we starting by reviewing our day, and we looking for the trigger, situation, comment, um, anything which created a strong emotional reaction in us. something maybe said this, someone at workplace or family member said something happened, and we felt like really strong emotional response, right? So we need to identify trigger. Then it's very easy to go to discover other parts by first checking the emotion. Emotion is the third column, but we're starting from emotion because it's physical sensation in our body. So it's easy for us to identify this quickly. And we list, okay, so when this person said this and that, or someone didn't call you back, or someone said, I will promise, but broke the promise, and you had really strong reaction, you trying to identify your emotions. So what did you feel at that moment? And you're listing all the emotions. Then you're trying to discover thoughts. So when we experience trigger, our mind gets really busy, we have strong emotional reaction, and we get this repetitive um, automatic thoughts. So we try to identify, okay, what were the thoughts at that time? What was my what was going on in my mind? What thoughts did I have, right? And then we're moving into belief. So belief, perception, story I told myself about this situation, and we're trying to say it like identify in I am statement. In order to do that, we need to ask ourselves, okay, so what did I make this mean about me, or what does this mean to me or mean about me? And then we're trying in I am statement identify this belief, self-perception. The next step is, okay, so after when was the trigger, I had this emotional experience, I had busy mind, this and that thoughts showed up, I make this mean that I am, so the belief and the perception, and then what action did I take, right? So we list, maybe I had a strong need to eat something sweet, or actually I felt like I'm closed off, withdrawing, cold, or I had to leave the room. Whatever it was, list action you took after the trigger. Then we're trying to be in this whole moment by going back um, in our memory uh, to this moment when we were triggered. And then we're asking ourselves, okay, when was the first time or last time when I felt this way? What's my earliest memory when I felt this similar way? Who made me feel in my life the same way, right? And we're listing memories. So this is the first part of the um, reprogramming table, which I call it, because the purpose of this table is to be aware of what's going on within you. This belief, perception, and these thoughts are happening in subconscious level. They are stored in your subconscious level, and at the moment of the trigger, they're pushed to the surface, and you have strong emotional reaction because it's like emotions from this moment plus all of the situations in the past when you had the same perception and the same emotional experience, so you feel all of this together. When you have this on a paper, when you understand this is going on every time when someone is touching your perception about who you are by saying or doing something, you are able to start reprogramming this, clear this, heal this, because now it's not so close to you. You're not identifying yourself with that, but it's on the paper. You think it's a program. It was imprinted in your subconscious mind at the specific moment in your life. It could be one time. I have clients who parents divorced, and that was really strong emotional experience for these children back then. and this experience imprinted them emotionally. But it also could be ongoing, similar situation after situation when you had the same sort of emotion with the same sort of perception. So this is part one of the table. I don't want to take too much time to explain details, but in a future I will continue the explaining this tool, how to use this in order to be familiar what's stored in your perception, in your subconscious mind, right? So this is tool number one. The second part of this table, we finding, which is more about reprogramming and clearing, we find proof of opposite to the original belief perception. So if the belief is I am not good enough, that was the interpretation you made because of someone's action or words. It must mean I'm not good enough. Then we're finding proofs of opposite to this original statement. How am I enough, right? What makes me think I'm not enough? And then finding proofs of opposite, actually how I am enough, right? The the second column on the second part is what do I need to feel better, right? So you're tuning into the need. What do I need to feel better in this moment, or what do I need to do to feel better? And third part, strategy. What am I going to do to actually achieve, to meet this need, right? So if you will take time before bed and you reconnect with yourself and you will discover what's going on within your mind, subconsciously stored perception, and you take actions to understand this, to find proofs of opposite, which is to equilibrate the perception, you will no longer be in a position where someone said something and you getting really strong emotional reaction. Okay, so then when you are done with the table, you can move on to some questions like or affirmations. One of the inspiring question from Benjamin Franklin, which he asked himself was, "What good have I done today?" Right. So it's like self-validation, and we're building confidence and strengthen ourselves by listing things which went well and we are proud of. Other question we can use is what will make me happy to repeat tomorrow, and this can be regarding your morning ritual. So you're reflecting, okay, this morning I enjoyed from my morning routine this and that, and I would like to repeat this tomorrow, right? Then we can move to our blessing list. What are my blessings? What am I grateful for? And list all the blessings in our lives. And I'm ready for tomorrow is the last part, which is preparing for the morning ritual. For example, you can get prepared for the next day by planning your meal, by planning your breakfast. Maybe you setting alarm for the reasonable time when you wake up, not too early, not too late, but at the good time when you can actually take some time to do your morning routine. Okay, so these are the suggestions for the evening routine. I will go back in future videos to this reprogramming table because it's really helpful to identify all the stored perceptions and limitations and negative patterns as well, which are not serving us, and create something better patterns, better habits, right? And clear this painful negative self-perception, which we call also beliefs. So I hope this video was not too long and helpful. Please let me know if these suggestions are working for you, and I will create more videos about morning and evening routine.